Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we're talking about the movie Free Guy. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, why are you talking about the movie Free Guy? There's some spider webs here. There's some dust and spider webs. Why are we talking about the movie Free Guy? Well, it just came out. Is that really a question? We're talking about Free Guy, which is another Ryan Reynolds film that I would consider like a weird Deadpool ripoff in a way. I know that sounds weird. I'm going to get to that in a little bit here. So, let's start talking about where Ryan Reynolds plays Guy. Pretty much he plays Ryan Reynolds. Let's just be clear there. Then we got Jodie Comer as Millie Malthoff girl, who honestly is my favorite character of the movie. Other than Guy, she was the best, I think. I just love something about her. I don't know what it was. I liked that they also gave her like a fake act. Like she's actually a British actress, and they gave her a fake accent for a normal person, and then they gave her the British accent for in the game, which I thought was kind of funny. Like, I dig it. I dig it a lot there. So I think she's good. Lil Ray Howery as Buddy. I don't know who that is before this movie, but hey, he was pretty good as Buddy. I'm surprised they didn't just call him Friend, though, honestly. And then they got Joe Keery as Walter Keys McKees. I dig Joe Keery as well. I think Doge DJO, his little music career is doing really well, so I think he's good, and I know him from Stranger Things. I like seeing him in this movie. I think he worked perfect. Taika Waititi as Antoine was also really good. I think, honestly, these cast, well, there's two people I never heard of before this, which is Jodie Comer and Lil Ray Howard. It's a good movie. Honestly, Jodie Comer, I guess, is in a show called Killing Eve, which I've not seen, but now I'm gonna go see, honestly, because I heard that she won a Best Actress award for British TV show, Best Actress, Best Emmy award, yeah. So, I was kind of cool about that. There's also some really good cameos, like Hugh Jackman, spoiler alert, is in it. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, which I didn't see. John Krasinski, which I didn't see. Channing Tatum was in it. Tina Fey, Chris Evans. I only saw two of these, which was Hugh Jackman and Channing Tatum. And you legitimately can't miss Channing Tatum. If you do, you got something wrong with you. But let's start talking about the plot of this movie, where it takes place in Free City, which is cool. The idea is Free City is going to be destroyed after a while, and Free City 2 is going to come out, and they're not going to be the same. Think of Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5. None of your stuff transferred over. That's kind of the idea. But unlike Rockstar, who did not say anything like, hey, it's going to all transfer over, they've said, hey, your stuff's going to transfer over. So that's kind of the idea here, is none of your stuff transfers over. Guy's an NPC, though, that is working as a bank teller. He was put in the game by Millie and Keys, or Walter Keys here. And what happens is, they were making a game originally that was all about how AI can become sentient. Well, the original code they didn't think was in the game, and Millie here is trying to sue Antoine, and Keys ended up joining him because he's like, I like paychecks. Well, what happened is, Guy slowly becomes self-aware that his world, he becomes sentient, honestly, and he starts changing the way it would go, because normally he would say, have a great day, and then eventually he just veers off that path more and more. And what happens is, one single thing, which is him, he knows the song Fantasy by Mariah Carey, and Millie, as she sings it down the street, he's like, I'm in love with that girl. And we're going to get to it in just a second, why he has that coding in him. But he pretty much becomes sentient and becomes self-aware, and he takes steps to be the hero, tries to save the game before the devs shut it down. It's pretty much the basic plot. But he ends up falling in love with Millie, and Millie falls in love with him thinking he's an actual player. Well, eventually Keys is like, our game is in there. Our code, everything is in there. And she doesn't watch the whole thing of him saying it, but he's like, I based Guy off of, well, me. He was in love with a girl that would sit next to him every day, and he just needed that spark to make him fall and to feel like his life had meaning. And he's like, you were that girl for me. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute, actually. I dig that. But honestly, the reason I said this is another Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie is because Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, or Once Upon a Deadpool, you know, they all happened. Well, since then, we've gotten Detective Pikachu, which is pretty similar to Deadpool, let's just be honest. It's PG Deadpool. And then we got Free Guy, which is, I'd say, video game Deadpool, honestly. So, I think Free Guy is definitely worth a watch. Will I be buying this one? Yes. Will I be buying it right away? I have no idea. Sooner or later, I will buy this movie. But I would put it in, right now at least, top 10 films of the year, which I've been looking at that list more and more, and it's getting scarier and scarier because I've seen way more movies than last year for obvious reasons. But last year we had like 11, 12 movies that I saw total new. This year, we're a little more than halfway through, and the year's even picking up more and more, and there's a lot more movies to see. So something tells me we're going to do a top 10, but I'm going to rank the bottom ones too, and there's going to be some bottom ones too, honestly, of movies that I would not recommend seeing. But we'll get there eventually. But there's going to be a lot of movies in the middle, honestly, where I just won't talk about them in those videos, or in that video, because, well, there's no reason to talk about them. So, what did you think of Free Guy? Do you think it's, I call it Deadpool 2.5? I don't know what I'd call it, but Free Guy, did you see it? And do you want a sequel to Free Guy? I kind of do, honestly. As dumb as it sounds, I'd like to see what Guy does in his free time. Like, now that the girl of his, for lack of better terms, dreams, which is weird to think because it was Key's dream girl, but Guy is based off of Key's. So, he got the girl, but he didn't get the girl. So, I'd like to kind of see a sequel, honestly. I did like the movie. I thought it was pretty original. So, what did you think of Free Guy? Once again, tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.